Homeward Bound Daily Devotional by Ellen G. White. The Family and Decisive Battles. September 14th. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with a portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Daniel chapter 1, verse 8. Parents, ask yourself this solemn question. Have we educated our children to yield to parental authority and thus trained them to obey God, to love, to hold His law as the supreme guide of conduct and life? Have we educated them to be missionaries for Christ, to go about doing good? Believing parents, your children will have to fight decisive battles for the Lord in the day of conflict, and while they win victories for the Prince of Peace, they may be gaining triumphs for themselves. But if they have not been brought up in the fear of the Lord, if they have no knowledge of Christ, no connection with heaven, they will have no moral power, and they will yield to earthly potentates who have assumed to exalt themselves above God, the God of heaven, in establishing a spurious Sabbath to take the place of the Sabbath of Jehovah. The tender mercies of this power will be displayed in prison cells and dungeons. Already preparations are advancing and movements are in progress which will result in making an image to the beast. Events will be brought about in the earth's history that will fulfill the predictions of the prophecy for these last days. Decisions will be called for and made. Backsliders will either return decisively to their allegiance to God, or they will be enrolled in the ranks of the enemy. Satan will have control of all who finally refuse to be controlled by the laws of God. He will inspire parents to war against their children and children against their parents, to betray and to deliver those of their own household to the enemies. Coming events are casting their shadow upon our pathway. Fathers, mothers, I appeal to you to make the most earnest efforts now for your children. Give them daily religious instruction. Teach them to love God and to be true to the principles of right. With lofty, earnest faith, directed by the divine influence of the Holy Spirit, work now. Do not put it off 1 day, 1 hour. Teach your children that the heart must be trained to self-control and self-denial. The motives of life must be in harmony with the laws of God. Never be satisfied to have your children grow up apart from Christ. Never feel at ease while they are cold and indifferent. Cry to God day and night. Pray and work for the salvation of the souls of your children. This is your daily devotional, Homeward Bound